Hello and welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic and a puzzle which I feel I'm taking a bit of a gamble on today. We shall see. First of all, I do want to congratulate another day's worth, slightly more than 24 hours this time, of successful solvers of our new 7 Wonders of the World hunt, which was the March reward. So if your name appears on that list, very well done. You weren't in on day 1 or 2, but you certainly were on day 3. Congratulations. I'll leave it to you if you want to spot the clearly made up name masquerading as a proper one there. And I didn't spot Pierre Ahmed yesterday, which will only make sense, I guess, to people who finished the hunt. But anyway, very sincere congratulations to everybody. Really positive feedback for the hunt. If you haven't joined Patreon or you are a member and you haven't had a go at the hunt, do give it a try. It is very popular. Every single puzzle in the hunt has now been rated by someone as the hardest there, which is great. Even the Taj Mahal got one person yesterday saying that was their sticking point. So I'm delighted that has turned out. Oops. Yeah, I'll save that. We'll keep the names for posterity. Right. Very much congratulations to them. Now, I do have a challenge for you as well. If you are keen on Killer Sudoku and you have our Killer app, there is a puzzle in there, number 28, which has caused some concern because one of the hints is either complete nonsense or extremely hard to see why that hint is claiming what it does. And this is some way through the puzzle, and it refers to whether there has to be a 6 in a certain cage. If you've solved number 28, or if you're going to, or if you do let us know if there's a better hint we could put in. Otherwise, I think we're going to have to add a cage so that we can remove any element of extreme look ahead or bifurcation from that. Now, that's just a little challenge for anybody looking at puzzle 28 in our Killer app, where the hints are not as good as they could be. So that'll probably change in some way when the update for that comes out. We are beginning to work on a slightly delayed update for the Thermo app, and of course we are working on a new Arrow app as well. So plenty going on here at CTC Towers. Now, this puzzle is one of those that has been posted on our Discord server, and many puzzles get posted there, and the general routine, as I understand it, is that a number of dedicated solvers try them out, give them a vote on whether they have either completed them successfully or enjoyed them, that sort of thing. And a couple of people very kindly send us a recommendation every week of a couple of puzzles, 2 or 3, that have been getting really good reviews. This is in that category. So we got recommended this puzzle, which is called Bet Sandwich Ween by Levi Kegel. Now, the link that I got sent for this puzzle didn't work. It went to something else. So I had to go looking for the puzzle. And in doing so, I found out that 2 of the very few recommendations there had been for this puzzle were accompanied by comments saying, I couldn't actually finish it, but I'm still going to vote for it. And I broke it. I'll try it again later, but I'm voting for it anyway. And that's got me very scared. As well as the fact that when I found it, it was under a heading evil. But I think that's just an anagram of the constructor's name, hopefully. Anyway, I don't think this is quite as fully tested as we were hoping. It's great when the Discord guys do that work because it saves our testers work. But this time, I don't know. I feel I'm going in somewhat unarmed into the arena and rolling the dice on this one. So we'll see how it goes. I'm not expecting it to be easy. You'll already know from the video length if that's the case or not. But let's see what happens. Now, the rules are... it's yet another between lines Sudoku. I think Simon did one yesterday. This one doesn't have that special rule, but it has the normal between lines rule. Any number on a line has to fall between the numbers on the circles at the end of that line. There's also one circle here that's used on 2 different lines. So that number is between that and that. That number is between that and that. And then we have some sandwich Sudoku clues, which are normal sandwich Sudoku. Wherever the 1 and the 9 sit on the line, the numbers in between add up to the clue for that row or column. And finally, there are 2 little, these are not V's. This is not kind of XV type V's. These are greater than signs. I tried to do them the normal way, but it made these circles look very weird, as though they had kind of drips coming off them. Maybe they still do. But anyway, these are greater than signs. So this number must be greater than this number. This number must be greater than this number. Those are the rules. Do feel free to give the puzzle a try. As I say, I'm not sure what to expect at all, except that it's probably hard. And with that, I'm going to give it a try now. Let's get cracking. So, what have we got? Right, the normal thing I do with sandwich clues, especially where there are any over 21, is to colour the cells where there cannot be a 1 or a 9. And I've got quite a few in this puzzle. I reckon all of those, there can't be a 1 or a 9 in those cells. Now, the reason is not just when you get over 21, the sandwich has to be 4 digits. So it could be there, at least 4 digits. It could be there or anywhere in between, but it must include that one. But when you get up to 27 specifically, the sandwich has to be 5 digits. So the central 3 are always included. Oh, and this is good. If we look down this column, where is the bottom crust of the sandwich? It's got to be here. So that is a 1 or a 9. I'm going to colour those red in this puzzle. Green for not on the sandwich. Red if we do find the crust. Might end up using oh, yes, okay. Yes, might end up using orange if we have a couple of cells where we're not sure, but there is a crust in one of them, and there we go. One of those 2 is a 1 or a 9 because the rest of the box doesn't have 1. So these cells are not 1 or 9. There is one up here. It's not here now because the 27 clue has to have 5 sandwich digits. Once that's not at the end, I know that that's not 1 or 9 either. So orange there because one of those is a 1 or 9. I know that the clue in row 8 would be 0 if it was there, but that doesn't butter any parsnips. This 30 clue is big, but it can have 2 outies, the numbers outside the crusts in the sandwich, which would be 2 and 3, or it could be just 1, which would be 5. Which would be significant for the between lines thing, because if you put a 5 on either of these lines, you can only just make it work. You could put a 1, say, the other end, and then these would have to be 2, 3, and 4. Because they're all different digits that will fall between 5 and the other end of this between line, either side, because of the symmetry. But I don't know that that's a 5. This line is the longest, but those 5 digits can include repeats, so there may only be 3 digits in between what goes in. What goes in here is higher than what goes in here. So there are at least 2. No, it's better than that. It's better than that because neither of these can be 1 because of our red and orange. 1 is not in these green cells. Oh, talking of which, all of these can go green straight away because since they fall on a between line, they can't be 1 or 9. That's intriguing. I've never done a hybrid between lines and 1 or 9 before, or I would have known that. But we've ruled out 1 and 9 from a lot of cells now. Anyway, 2 of the cells we've ruled it out from are here. So I'm going to pencil mark Oh no, I don't know that there's a 2 in those. But there's got, yeah, there can't be a 1 or a 2 in these because of these twin greater than signs. They have to be greater, both of those, than whatever in these cells, and these cells can't have a 1. They could have a 2. But that means that the numbers in these circles have to be at least 3. And they have to sandwich at least 3 different digits because those are all different. So those could be 4, 5, 6, and 7's all right. But weirdly, we can't have 6 in one of those cells now because 3 to 6 wouldn't be enough and 6 to 9 wouldn't be enough. Wouldn't leave leeway for 3. For 3 cells that are part of a 17 total, yes. Each side of this 17 total, there must be one of the 1 or 9. So, and they've got to be bigger than 3. So these could be 4, 5, 6, which is 15, with a 2 outside in one of those cells. Or else they have to be 3 cells that add up to 17, 4, 5, 8, or 4, 6, 7. Oh, that means that 3 definitely is in one of these cells because you definitely need a 4 in here. Oh yes, actually, if there's a 2 outside, then... yeah, I don't know which way that works. Okay, that's fine. But there is definitely a 4 in one of those cells. Interesting. So there's definitely a 3 in one of those. So now there is definitely a 2 in one of these 2, which I had been about to pencil mark before. Definitely a 3 in one of those. Definitely a 2 there. Oh, and definitely a 3 here is brilliant for this 30 row. I said that the outies could be the numbers 3 and 2, but they can't be now because those 3s can't get into any of the 4 positions where outies could possibly be. So there is only one outie. So on the ends of these rows, we either have 1 and 9 in those 2 positions with 5 there, or 1 and 9 in those 2 positions with 5 there. And therefore in one of these 2 cells, we do have a 1 or a 9. And we've got a 13 clue there, and this can't be 1 or 9. 13 is always 2 or 3 digits. So one of those 2 is going to be a 1 or a 9. Oh, that's so peculiar. And one of these is, so these 2 are not 1 or 9. These are not 1 or 9. And I've got, it's a weird symmetry thing. It's either one side or the other. So it's either those 2 or those 2. So I might as well orange those. In fact, that means these are not part of the crust and don't contain 9. And that's limiting this group to 4, 5, 6, and 7. So if they have a 2 outside, they have to add up. Then they're 4, 5, 6. And if they don't, then they're 4, 6, 7. So there's definitely a 6 in there. That's really weird. Okay, but I understand it. Oh, this is crazy puzzle. And I don't know, I feel like I've got this weird situation going on where one of these pairs is 1, 9, but I can't pin down which it is. It's almost like a Schrödinger situation. Now, if this was 1 or 9, this 10 clue would make the other end of it here. But if this was 1 or 9, the 25 clue would make the other end of it here. And they're both possible. That's annoying. Oh, what else have I got though? Yeah, it's dramatic how these got limited down to just 3 possibilities. I mean, there's definitely a 3 in these 2 cells, and the other one is a 7 or 8. So actually, with these cells, again, clearly the extremes that can go in here, since 1 and 9 are in that group, 2 and 8 are the extremes here, and that is from 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7. Ah! And look at the 27 clue. If that only had 1 outie, it would be an 8, but this can't be an 8. Oh, that's lovely. So this is green. This is a 1 or 9. That can go red now. Pity there's no clue in row 2. This and this make up 8. So they don't include a 4, or they'd both have to be 4s, nor a 7. So this can be 2, 3, or 5. No, it can't. It cannot be 2 because of this clue, this 2 clue, which has to be a 2 sandwiched between a 1 and a 9. Well, we can't put 1 and 9 there, so I'm taking 2 out of there. In fact, I'm making these green because 1 and 9 go in one side or the other. Let's make all those orange. 1 and 9. Oh, and whichever side they go in is the opposite to whichever side has a 1 or 9 here. So if this was 5, then we'd have 1 and 9 here. Now that couldn't be the 2 clue. Oh yes, it could. Okay, do it the other way around. If this was a 5, we'd have 1 and... Oh, no, this is it. If this was a 5, we'd have a 1 or 9 here. That would stop these 2 being the top row's crusts. So they'd be over here. We'd have 1 there. The 10 would force 1 here. Oh, and in this row, we have a 5 postulated there. And this works fine. Ah, I bet it, does it work the other way around as well? So if we imagine a 5 here, we've got 1 and 9 in those clues. Now the 10 clue, oh, this doesn't work. Yeah, this is the simple way to look at it. So if we imagine a 5 in this cell, we get 1 and 9 in those 2 in row 7. The 10 clue needs a 1 or 9 here, and it can't allow 1 up here. So that can't be the 1-2 combination, but neither can this, because this has become a 1 or a 9 with that being a 5. Oh, that is so... It's so pretty, it's so weird, and it's so baffling. It's absolutely brilliant. So, let me just check this through. I'm saying if this was where the 5 is at the end of row 7, then we'd have a 1 and 9 here. That 5 would force this to be a 1 and 9, stopping us from putting 1, 2, 9 up there. And this cell being a 1 or a 9 would in itself stop this being a 1 or a 9 because the 10 clue couldn't be there. So there'd be nowhere to put this 2 clue in. So that is not 5. The 5 goes here. And now we know where our crusts are. There they are. We can make these other ones green. This one becomes red because it's on the end of a 5. Now, I don't know whether that's a 1 and we put 2, 3, 4 there, or whether it's a 9 and we put 6, 7, 8 on the line. But I know one of those is true. And therefore, these 2 up here have to be green because you can't fit 2 more crusts into this box. Oh, that is magnificent. I mean, really, what a puzzle. This is breathtaking, breathtakingly interesting and clever. Sorry, I don't mean to undersell it. It is absolutely brilliant. Right, these 2 are red. That one is green, therefore, along with everything else in the box. Oh, yes, we know this 13 as well. That's become red, and that's green. And that doesn't do anything down columns 4 or 6. Oh, these are all green down column 1 now. Oh, this must be red because there's only 1 in there. Everything else in the box is green. As long as I trust my colouring, and I think I do, green there, red there, green there. That's very exciting because there's only one way to have an innie, a number in the sandwich, falling there, and that's by putting a 2 there. That's now 4, 5, 6. That does not tell us that this is 3 and 7. It could still be 3 and 8, but never mind. This now is red, though. That's the other end of the crust in the central row. Still don't know about those two. One of the... we've got a 27 clue. That can have a maximum of 2 outies. It's already got those. This is red. That's green. This is now green. That's red. I'm going to uncolour those because I think we've got to the point where we have to stop. These remaining cells, 2 of the central ones are red. 2 of the, and 1 of these, yeah. I don't see a way to disambiguate. I'm getting an itchy feeling. I don't actually see how we're ever going to understand columns 4 and 6 not being... Oh, that red maybe, okay. Anyway, let us fill in the 1s and 9 possibilities. Yeah, this is an intriguing hybrid. It's going to disambiguate things that there's no other way to do. Like the 2 now is saying the 2 in this row can't be... Oh, don't do that. Can't be here. There we go. We'll get rid of that. Therefore, the 3 won't be here as well. So this will be where the 2 is, and this must be where the 3 is, sitting on top of it. That greater than sign has pretty much served its purpose. This must be from 4, 5, 6 or 7, and this on that line. Oh yeah, we were left with a 3, 5 pair of outies in the central column. Oh, these can't be 3, 5, 1, 9 or 4, 6. Right, we've just look at the sandwich clues again. We've used this one, this 27. No, we have not used that. It's got 2 outies, which either have to be 2, 6 or 3, 5. And this cell of those digits can only be a 6 because of what's in the box. That's gorgeous. This was a 2, of course. That was the whole point, that a 2 can only be one cell. Here, they add up to 13. Don't know what that combo is, either 5, 8 or 6, 7. This is quite an interesting between line circle because it's either the low point of both of these lines or the high point of both of them. Might be quite difficult for that to be a 9 now. I suppose no, that could be a 5 and there's 3 digits that could go in there. That's not... I'd love to know what that is. But these could still just be 6, 7 and 8, so could be a 9. Oh, what have we got? Oh, sorry, keep going on the sandwiches. Sorry, I do forget things. 3, 7 and 8 still to go in this row. Ooh, and that nearly tells us what's on the sandwiches. That one we've looked at. What about the downs? 10. 10 in these two. So that is 3, 7 or 2. This 27 I've pretty much looked at. Oh, this 25 is giving me a free digit. 8 there, because the outies have to be 10. I mean, that's just basic maths from 45. You add those two is 10. That lot makes 25. Take 35 from 45, you get that. 2 and 8. 8 goes here. 4 and 7 are a pair there. Now, 8 and 6 are not on this. Oh, look, 3 is not in this line because 2 can't be in the circles, so that's a 5. Let's actually disambiguated. So either 3 or 4 on one end and 7 on the other, because 6 and 8 are gone. This can't be 7, that's 3 or 4. Oh, 8 there is telling us what's in the circle, which means those can't be 7. Oh, this is brilliant. 3, 4 or 6 here. 2, 3. That can't be 8 anymore. Look, I don't know what that is, so it's very hard to know how to use that. 2, oh, that can't be 3. 2 and 8 are definitely in this group, which come from 2, 4, 6 and 8. These are from 3, 5 and 6. Okay, so we've used all the down clues nearly, not that one, finally. And the acrosses, oh, we've still got this to resolve. I've taken 8 out of there, so 5 can come out of there. That's been done. This one's been done. And this one's been done. Okay, so the sandwiches are pretty much used up. Still quite a lot to go, and I don't even know where all the 1 and 9s go. Okay, keep concentrating though. It's good so far. Come on, 3, 2, 8. Oh, this is 2, 4, 6, 7 or 8. That's not very helpful. It would be lovely to know it was either a 2 or an 8, because that would tell us about a 1 or a 9, but I don't. I don't really know how I'm ever going to find out which is which out of 1 and 9. Oh, that can't be 8. Sorry, I should not have put that in as a possibility. So 8 is one of these two. 8, 2, 3. Right, yeah, this group has to either be 6, 7 and 8 or 2, 3 and 4. If it's 2, 3 and 4, then we go 7, 8. Oh, well, 5 can't be on the line, so it's in one of those two cells. And it's not in there, so that can't be 8. So this is definitely a 6, 7 pair now. That's intriguing. 1, 9, 6, 7. 2 is definitely in one of these two cells. Is there anything else? Again, no, this doesn't work the same. The 5 on the end of one of that, on one end of that line is very useful, and I just don't have that advantage here. Right, 1, 9, 2. Oh, this has got to be an 8, has it? 1, 9. No, this could be the 8. Sorry, 8 is in one of those two cells. Yeah, if that was the 8, this would have to be a 1, which would be incredibly helpful for all the red cells. I just don't know yet. Right, now, let's go back to thinking about this being 2, 3, 4. Then you'd get 7, 8. You'd have a 6, 5 pair here, which would really help with that circle. But the alternative is that this is 6, 7, 8. Then you get 3 here, 2 here, and a 4, 5 pair here. So those are from 4, 5 and 6. If it was 2, 3, 4, we get 7, 8. If it was 6, 7, 8, we get 2, 3. So that can't be a 3, and that can't be a 7. Is that helpful? Not to me. Okay, I'm missing something here now. Sorry, there've probably been multiple opportunities for you to shout at the screen, but this may well be the best one yet if you can spot the next step first. Whatever's on this line, in this circle, can't be in these cells. and also can't be in these ones. They're on the circle. It's not 1 or 9, and it's not 2. So it must be whatever's in this one. So it's 4, 5 or 6. We know from here it's not 6. So it's 4 or 5, as is that cell, which is where it must go. And then it will go either here as a 4 or here as a 5. That's a weird bit of almost equivalent matching. So if it was a... brilliant, yes. These can't be low numbers, can they? Because if it was a 4, it would be 2. Oh, hang on. Can that be a 3? This is the question I'm trying to answer. That could only be a 3 if this was a 1 and this was a 5, and then you couldn't put 2 and 4 there. So no, that is a 7. These are numbers higher than 4 and less than 9. And that now becomes a 9. Yes. And that is going to fix all my red cells, I believe. We'll see. 9 there, 1 there, 9 there, 1 there. 1 here, that gives 9 there, and 1 there, and 9 there, and 1 there. I love it when this sort of thing unwinds. Brilliant. Now, this 1 to 5 means these are 3, 2, and 4. That is easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So take out the 4s there. 5, 6, that becomes a 7, and we get a 4 at the top of the column. 3, 5 pair here, they can go in. 2, 8 pair on the right, they can go in. 7 and 6 up here, they cannot go in. Wow, that really did unwind a lot. Right, and these have to be higher than 4. So they can be from 5, 6 and 8 at the moment. One of them has to be an 8, given where 8s are. It's unsurprising, but might as well mark it. 6, 1. 1, 7, 9, 8, 2. So we've got a 3 has to go in one of these. Oh, why am I just doing tiny little deductions when I thought I'd taken huge strides? 2 is in one of those two. I'm missing something else now. Right. 2, 4, 7, 9, 8. I don't know. I don't know what I'm possibly missing. Oh, this is between 1 and 7. And it can't be 2, 3, or 6. So it's 4 or 5. 2, 7. This can't be as low as... Oh, it's also 2, 3. This has to be at least 4. So this is at least 5. So in fact, it's 5 or 8. This is 4 or 5 because it can't be 6 or 7, which are a pair up there. 6, 7, 3, 1, 5, 4, 9. So this is 2 and 8 in box 2 there. And that means this is now a 5. Okay, and that's a 4. 2, 9, 4, 5. This is where 3 goes. This is a naked single 6. That's 8. 7 there. 9, 8, 5, 1, 2. This is now 4. That's 3. That's 6. 4, 5. 5 can't be in those two. So they are 6 and 8. Let's take out the small mark. And here these are 3 and 5. That can't be 7. Hasn't been probably for a while. That means this is a 2-8 pair. So take 2-8 out of there. In fact, that means this is a 2-8 pair. Let's remove all the little corner marks. This is got to be 7? Yeah, there has to be a 7 in this group, and 7 is ruled out of all the rows. 4 is seeing that cell. 2, no, that doesn't have to be a 2. It could still be in the dumbbells there. 4, 7, 1, 9. This has to be a 9, does it? That's probably been available for a long, long time. Sorry. That means this isn't going to be a 2 because that can't be a 1 given the line. Right. 8 there, 2 there, 2 there. That has fixed this 8 and 2. Oh, that 4, 6 possibility is now a 6. We can do the central cell is a 4. That's 1 and 3, which is odd to have them still outstanding at this point. Now we've got 1, 3 and 8 to go in the central box, and this one can't be a 1. In fact, it's green. Let's get the colouring done. Why not? Oh, and it's on, of course, it's on the barbell, so that's a 3 there. That fixes 3 and 1 down here. That fixes 1 and 8. Let's finish off the colouring for those who like that kind of thing. These can't be 3, and now I've got a weird deadly pattern of 4, 5, 6 and 7 in the central columns, which is terrifying me. Oh no, this is on a line, so it can't be 5. Yeah, phew. I don't want to get to this stage through a puzzle like this and then suddenly fail at the end. I've loved this. This is so clever and detailed and frankly epic. 6 and 8, they're resolved by an 8. 6 and 5. This is it. We're finished. 5 and 3. Looks good to me too. Just a quick look at the between lines to see that they're not obviously broken. Wow, I mean, that really is an astonishing puzzle. Okay, I am very happy to admit that the Discord guys who said they were voting for it even though they hadn't finished it themselves, their instincts were absolutely right. There's some brilliant logic in that. I mean, I've never seen, obviously, between lines and sandwich combined, but some of the ways they work together were just phenomenal. That really is it's a lovely puzzle. I hope you had a go at it, and I hope you got through it if you did. You can certainly pat yourselves on the back if that's the case. But that was very good fun and most entertaining. Thank you very much for watching along with me, and I hope to see you again soon on Cracking the Cryptic. Bye for now.